How are you? God bless you. Today we get to learn the qualities of leveling up. My name is TITI EAGLES. The qualities of leveling up. Now, I know you know what's a quality, you know, a distinctive attribute possessed by someone. When it comes to leveling up, there are things that God checks. There are qualities that God will come and check whether you possess them. Listen to this one. For God's children to receive an upgrade or for a leveling up to take place, to be there, you must have these qualities. And I'm speaking about 4 of them. Number 1 is persistence. Number 2 is resilience. Number 3 is obedience. And number 4 is walking by faith. These qualities are very important. Let us go through them and learn what God is telling us. Number 1 is persistence, the 4 qualities of leveling up, or for an upgrade to take place. Now, to persist, we know, is to continue steadfastly or steadily and firmly in the pursuit of any course undertaken or commenced. When you continue steadily and firmly in the pursuit of any course commenced, then we say you're persistent. Are you learning? Listen to me carefully. Persistence is a steady pursuit of what is undertaken. Now, in persistence, you continue without withering. You know what is withering? Losing strength. In persistence, you continue without withering. Do you have this quality? Do you possess this distinctive attribute? Do you? Are you persistent in the things of God? When you're persistent, you are steady in pursuit and not receding from a purpose. Not receding from a purpose or any undertaking. In simple terms, to persist means to never stop. To be persistent means to never stop. I hope you're learning something here. To be persistent means to never stop. If you stopped, go back. I need you to be persistent. God needs you to be persistent. And may God help you to be persistent. Let persistence be your portion. Now, what did Jesus say about persistence? In the book of Luke chapter 11, verse 5 to 8, it talks about, it says, and he said unto them, which of you shall have a friend, and shall go unto him at midnight, and say unto him, friend, lend me 3 loaves, for a friend of mine in his journey is come to me, and I have nothing to set before him. And he from within shall answer and say, trouble me not, the door is now shut, and my children are with me in bed. I cannot rise and give thee. Verse 8, I say unto you, though he will not arise. Verse 8, let me read with another version. Yet because of the man's persistence, he will get up and give him as much as he needs. Man's persistence. Because of persistence. Now pay attention. Verse 9. Verse 9 says, so he was giving an example and says, and I say unto you, ask, it shall be given to you. Seek. So when it comes to persistence, you ask and you keep on asking. When we talk about persistence, if you're going to ask, you ask and you keep on asking until you receive. Ask and you will receive, or it will be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock, it shall be opened unto you. Verse 10, for everyone that asks receives, and he that seeks finds, and to him that knocks. Listen, you have to be persistent. You have to possess this quality for you to qualify for an upgrade. For a leveling up to be there, for God to level you up, you must be persistent. Is one of the qualities that you need to possess. Having said that, let's talk about resilience because of time. Resilience. Now, the concept of resilience in the Bible is about maintaining faith, maintaining strength, even when facing trials, facing hardships, and facing suffering. You maintain faith. You maintain strength. That's resilience. That's resilience. The literal definition of the word resilient means to bounce back. And the word is associated with withstanding shock, returning to form, maintaining strength, and not giving up. Now, resilience is the ability to maintain a positive spirit even in the face of adversity. Job's response, let me talk about Job for a while. Job's response to suffering is a master class in resilience. Despite his anguish, he proclaimed, though he slay me, that is Job chapter 13 verse 15, though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. Aye. His story, the story of Job, reminds us that resilience does not mean we don't feel the weight of trials. It means trusting in God's purpose, even when we don't understand our circumstances. Resilience. Now, if I talk about Jesus, it's too much, but pay attention. Christ himself served as the ultimate example of resilience. Throughout his earthly ministry, Jesus, what he faced was constant opposition, constant rejection, constant suffering. Yet he remained resolute in fulfilling his purpose, even to the point of death on the cross. Now, in the book of Hebrews chapter 12 verse 2, Bible says, for the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. The resilience of Jesus was rooted in his mission and the joy of the outcome, which is our salvation. Now, his example shows us that resilience often involves enduring hardship with a view toward the greater good. Are you getting it? It is the ability to keep going. It is the ability to keep going. Now, let me talk about obedience, the third quality. In its simpler meaning, the word signifies to hear or to listen. To hear, to listen. A very important quality for leveling up to take place. In simple terms, it means hearing the word of God or God commands and acting on it, because it's not enough to hear. You must hear, and after hearing, you act on it. That's obedience. It implies aligning our will to God's will, doing what God has asked you to do. And pay attention, when it comes to obedience, you have to learn that some of the instructions that God gives, they don't make sense. So it's a very simple word until it's your time to obey. In the book of John chapter 14 verse 15, the Bible says, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. Let me talk about the fourth quality in the interest of time, walking by faith. The fourth quality that makes you qualify for leveling up. The concept of walking by faith is better explained by the life of Father Abraham. In the book of Romans chapter 4 verse 18 to 21, we get an excerpt of something that we need to understand concerning this subject of walking by faith. Even when there was no reason for hope, Abraham kept on hoping. There was no reason to hope, but he kept on. Why? Because he was at 100. He was clocking 100. Sarah is clocking 90. Menopause has come in times 2 plus. Watch this. He believed that he would become the father of many nations. Hey, this man at the age of 100, he believed that he would become the father of nations. Who believes that? Who does that? Walking by faith is one of the distinctive attributes that will make God qualify you for a leveling up. His faith did not weaken. He considered not his own body now dead when he was about 100. He never considered his own body dead when he was about 100. Neither did he consider the deadness of Sarah's womb. He did not. It's Godfather Abraham. He never staggered or wavered in God's promise through unbelief, because when unbelief comes, we stagger. When unbelief checks in, you waver in God's promise. You begin to think that God lied to you. When unbelief checks in, you will never walk in faith. The Bible talks about walking in faith and not by sight. Because if you say you will walk by sight, there are things you will not see them. In fact, the faith of Abraham grew stronger.